Well, hello, everyone. It's Mindy, and I'm here to just chit chat for a while. Let's chit chat, okay? I feel like I'm somewhat back to being in the groove. It's taken me a little bit of time after that retreat. I'm telling you what. So, first of all, let me say, I decided to put out the retreat vlog first before my whip and chat. I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it. On Tuesday, I was collecting pictures and just all kinds of things to make the retreat vlog just, comprehensive, fun, a good time, show everybody what the retreat is like. And I wanted to get it out there. So it took me a while on Tuesday to edit and do all the things I needed to do for that. So I hope you watch it. If you have not watched it, you might want to go watch that first, just because, then I can freely talk here about anything that may or may not be in the vlog. Anyhow, just you should go watch it. There's a lot of stuff there. It's behind the scenes. It's before the retreat ever started. At the retreat, like I said, I tried to snag people's pictures and stuff to show some of the different things people did. It's just I think it's a nice blog. I like it. So check it out if you have not. Okay. So with that being said, I'm not going to talk a ton about the retreat itself because I just did that in an almost hour-long video. Okay. But I will say some other things, maybe some fun little stories and things like that. But anyhow, it's Tuesday. I'm kind of back to an awake state. Because, oh boy, I I got home on Sunday and I did a few things, tried to get my car unloaded and do a few things, and I took a nap. And then I took another nap. And if you know me, I don't nap. That's not something I normally do. Even at the retreat, people will they'll be, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go to the room for a while. Okay, not me. I never nap. And of course, being an organizer of the retreat, I feel like I shouldn't leave. Like I should be around. I should be available. In case anybody needs anything. I mean, I know the show would go on without me, but I'm not all that important. But I just feel the need to just hang out and, you know, be available. So I don't really go anywhere. But anyhow, I was tired. It's taken me a good couple of days to just start to feel back to my normal self. Monday, even, I was just like, kind of like, I am tired. I'm just still kind of tired. But I'm feeling good today. Had to get up this morning, had to go to therapy. Yeah, I thought in my brain I had therapy right on Monday when I got back. I was like, I got home, looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I don't have therapy on Monday. I don't have therapy until Tuesday. I was like, woohoo, you know? Although this week is kind of a busy week. I do have therapy. I had therapy today on Tuesday. I go see my surgeon on Wednesday. I have therapy again on Thursday. Yeah, I'm used to the laid back life where, I don't have things to do every day. And this week is just kind of like go, go, go. I got something every day. Anyhow, it is what it is. But yeah, we had a great time. The weather was a little cold. It was a little chilly. I'll say chilly. I'm from Michigan. It was chilly. It was in the 40s, high 40s. And I think we hit 50 maybe a couple days, one day. I don't know. It was spring in Michigan, is what it was, folks. Spring in Michigan. It's what we would expect. Hey, it didn't rain. I mean, it might have sprinkled 1 or 2 days or on the way there, but it was a very light rain. Very light rain, didn't last long, so we didn't have to really worry about rain. It was pleasant. It was pretty. the skies were blue, and the flowers were blooming. Oh, if you've seen our retreat photo, um, it's underneath or beside a beautiful, beautiful flowering tree, and that's what it was like everywhere up there. It was just gorgeous. So you take the good and you take the chilly, and for us who live in Michigan, we were kind of like, yeah, it's a little nippy, but hey, it's spring and it's pleasant, and the skies are blue, and we're not having storms, so we'll take it. We'll take it. People who came from warmer climates were like, "Brr," and we're like, well, you dress for the weather. That's what I always tell people here in Michigan. Dress, for changing weather. You got to dress for changing weather. You never know what you're going to get. Anyhow, we had a good time. Lots of things, lots of good food. Oh my gosh, we had pizza, we had Olive Garden. I realized when I did the vlog, I didn't get much of the food, but we did. We had pizza, we had Olive Garden, we had Mexican. Um, we had Subway for lunch one day, and then of course we did the lunch to Zender's in Frankenmuth. That was probably, the highlight of the whole trip, going to Zender's. We all had lunch there. And then people could just stay and tool around Frankenmuth, and many of us did some shopping. Hey, I came home with one thing. I bought one thing. That wasn't like food that I was going to consume right there, like snacks or drink or anything. One like purchase. And it wasn't even for me. I was thinking of my husband. Yes, I was. He's got this thing lately for blackberry jam, and oh my goodness, did the stores have the jams and mustards and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh, so much good stuff. I bought him a jar of blackberry jam. Yep, and we busted into it on, let's see, was it last night? Yeah, Monday night. We already busted into it. So that was a purchase well worth the money, you know? I hung out with Sean and Marion and um, oh, come on, Natalie. That was kind of my group. And then we just had a good time, tooled around, and yeah, had fun. Stayed a little while, and went back and got right back to what we were doing at the hotel. So yeah, it was a good time. I knew that some people wanted to sell some diamond paintings. I'm just gonna say. I said we would have a space and some time that we could sell things. I had a lady wanted to come and sell cross stitch kits and materials and all that. And so she came up from Lansing to just come up and sell stuff. And so I said, we'll have a time. And the hotel was so nice. They let us use their breakfast area because during the day, nobody's really in the breakfast area. Once breakfast is done, and had all these tables, and we were able to set up on all these tables. Everybody just got their own table. Took about an hour or so, sit out there, sell diamond paintings. Okay, I didn't know they were bringing as many as they were bringing. There were some diamond paintings for sale, for sure. So that was a fun little time. We did that on Saturday afternoon. Um, yeah, just the things that happen at retreats, you guys. I mean, you can never tell somebody the whole thing, the whole experience. There's just so many things, fun things, time to sit and chit chat. I, being in what do I want to say? Being in the position of not being able to craft for long periods of time because of the shoulder thing. I really this time was able to kind of wander around and go sit at another table and kind of visit with other people besides those that I was sitting with. So that was very nice. That I really enjoyed being able to do that. I felt a little more connected to people, you know, just had a better experience, I guess, than just, I mean, because I am busy. I am busy the whole retreat. I am up, I am down, I am, you know, helping get food ready, clean up food, do door prizes, arrange things, you know, all that. So I am up and down all the time. Um, but it was nice to just be able to sit with some groups and just hang out with them and get to know them and chit chat and, you know, roam around. I just kind of roamed around a lot more than I normally would. So it's kind of fun. I really enjoyed that part. So anyhow, get home and, you know, get settled and get stuff taken care of. I wanted to leave all of my door prize and swag and uh, grab bag stuff out so I could show everybody when I made a little video. So I kind of kept all that out and took care of everything else. But yeah, good times, really good times. I highly, highly recommend getting to a retreat. We're going to do it again next year, of course. And we talked with our group a little bit about our 3 options. I mentioned that in the vlog, but I didn't get specific. But I'll tell you guys now, 3 options. I'm just going to go through them very briefly. You can look them up. If you're considering a retreat, look them up. Look up these places in Michigan and see what you think. There might be one of them that you're like, oh, I really want to go. So 3 places. Dale and I have visited all of them multiple times. We love them. Hard for us to choose. Holland, Michigan. Currently, right now, they are having their Tulip Festival. Dale just asked me the other day what I was doing on, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, I don't know. We might try to go over because it's not that far for us. It's like 45 minutes to an hour to get to Holland. It is so pretty. The tulips, the whole city is just filled with tulips and tulip farms, and they plant tulips along the roadsides. There's parades and carnivals and just all kinds of stuff for the Tulip Festival. It's right on Lake Michigan. You can go to Lake Michigan in minutes, you know, and that's what Dale and I like to do in the summer. When we want to go to the beach, we just hop in the car and we just buzz right on over to Holland, spend the afternoon, lay on some sandy beach, get in the water, and, you know, come home when we're ready. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's very close to another small town, Saugatuck, and Saugatuck is an art town. Lots and lots of art galleries and things like that, if that is something that you enjoy. So that is one of our options, is Holland. Then I told everybody we're going to keep going up the west coast of Michigan, along Lake Michigan, until we get up to Traverse City. Traverse City. Oh my gosh. The memories I have of Traverse City. Used to go there every year as a kid with my family for the Cherry Festival because Traverse City is known for their cherries. They grow just millions of cherries. There are cherry orchards everywhere. Huge producer of cherries. We would go out and we would pick our own cherries. You can go out in the orchards. There's many you-pick orchards. You just go pick your own cherries. And there's nothing like a fresh cherry picked right off the tree. They're just so good. Sweet, dark cherries. The best. I'm telling you, the best. I still love cherries to this day. It might have something to do with that, you know? So it's also, Traverse City is located, there's 2 peninsulas that go up north off of, right around the bay. There's a bay and then the peninsulas. Traverse City sits like right in the curve of the bay. Here is the city. And then there's 2 peninsulas that go up. It has now become a winery. Many, many vineyards and wineries in Traverse City. Lots of Traverse City wine. And it is beautiful. There are places, if you drive up, oh goodness, I just knocked a bunch out of my tray there. There are places where you drive up the peninsulas and you can see the water and it's gorgeous. The bay is beautiful. If you can stay at the bay, parks that you can go visit. If you're not at a hotel that's right on the bay, you can go to the parks. It's beautiful. There's a lighthouse Old Mission Point is up there. Just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Like I said, it is hard to choose one. I don't know how we're going to decide. Maybe we're going to put it to a vote. I don't know. But, and last, certainly not least, would be to go up over the bridge. We've talked about going up over the bridge for a while, up into the UP, stay at St. Ignace. You could stay in Mackinac City as well. That's before the bridge. Mackinac City's a little different lifestyle there. It's very shopping oriented. And there's not a whole lot to do there besides shop and eat. Okay, there's restaurants and places to shop. St. Ignace has a different feel, a whole different vibe. It's like a slower pace. It's a little more historic. There's a lighthouse in St. Ignace. And then, you're in the Upper Peninsula there. You're in the UP. And there are places you can go in the UP if you want to travel a little further. There's a really nice little private beach. It's not private, it's a public beach, but it's off the beaten path, we'll say. And we like to go there when we're up that way to that beach. And then with that trip, we cannot go there without going to Mackinac Island, So that's in the plans if we go there, is to go visit Mackinac Island. If you don't know anything about Mackinac, it's a beautiful little island where no cars are allowed. There's shopping. There's a lot of nature. There's a lot of hiking you can do there. You can rent a bike. You can ride a bike around the island if you'd like. We have done that. You can take your own bikes as well, but we have ridden around the island, all the way around the island. Of course, shopping, food, restaurants, fudge, world's best fudge. I will say, I've tried many fudges. Crashly and I were going to have a fudge off at one of the retreats. I brought my Mackinac Island fudge, and she did not bring her Uranus fudge. She didn't bring it. Anyhow, I will stand by my Mackinac Island fudge. It is the best. We got the cutest little bookstore on the island. Love going to the bookstore on the island. So that would be something we'd like to do while we're there. There are other day trips we could possibly do from Traverse City as well. There's some lighthouses you can go see up there. There's just, there's the opportunities are endless. And that is what Mingle in the Mitten is about. It is about going different places throughout Michigan, having different experiences, and just letting people see the beauty of our state, the things you can do here, the fun you can have. So that's what we plan to do. Every year that we hold a Mingle in the Mitten will be held somewhere else, somewhere different, where you can experience pure Michigan. I've lived here my whole life, and I gotta say, I don't think I would want to live anywhere else. Honestly, I can't see myself wanting to live in any other state. I really love our state. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, got home, got settled. Went to the store yesterday because we needed some groceries. Dale was busy while I was gone. He was working for the man, the farmer man, the old folks home man. Yeah. Apparently he has really been sick and hasn't been able to do much. So he's gone over and worked at the home, like working on a dishwasher, mowing the lawn, doing some weeding, cutting down some tall grasses. Just he's been busy, busy. Like the whole time I was gone, he was busy, busy, busy. So yeah, we had to go get some groceries. He ate up all the leftovers while I was gone. So yay, he ate the leftovers. But yesterday at some point, yesterday in the morning, you guys know, oh my gosh, You've heard my saga of the ducks and the neighbors. You've heard that saga. Well, yesterday, it's early morning. Dale was still asleep, I believe, and we had two geese land in the pond. Just two geese landed in the pond. They're just swimming around, chilling out, just, enjoying their nice spring morning in the pond. When I see the neighbor man come out, the neighbor man, not the lady, but the neighbor man come out and walk to the pond, like to shoo them away. And I was like, what in the world? What in the world? These geese are not hurting anything. They're just swimming around. So he kind of, scared them off until they went to our side of the pond and got out of the pond and into our yard. Not once, not twice, at least 3 times he came out to shoo I keep saying ducks, the geese away from his side of the yard over there. I was like, are you kidding me? It was really funny, actually. One time he was out right by the edge of the pond, where Dale has the brush over there between our two properties. Oh shoot, there's some more of those. Where Dale has the brush piled up to keep our ducks away from their yard. And he's like hiding kind of behind the bush. And I could see his feet. All I could see was his feet. But I'm like, okay, I know you're there. Are you hiding from me or what are you doing? Out there again, shooing the geese away. I was like, wow, okay. Well, okay. All it took was me to let the dog out to go to the bathroom and the geese, took off. But later in the morning, I look out and like there's a pile of stuff on the ground on their side of the pond. I'm looking at it, and I determined it was a pile of fence posts. And I was like, okay, all right, it's a pile of fence posts. All right. So they laid there most of the day. Dale and I did our things. He came home from somewhere. He was somewhere yesterday, but when he came home, he was like, oh my goodness. Okay. I said, yep, I got a pile of fence posts out there. And we went out to the garden, to the greenhouse, did our thing. Dale went to mow for the neighbor man. And while he was mowing, the neighbors came out finally in the late afternoon and started putting in their fence on their side of the water. I was like, okay, well, they're putting in fence on their side of the water. Okay. It's that orange, if you've ever seen it. It's orange. We call it snow fence around here. It keeps the snow from blowing and drifting in the wintertime. So they have installed snow fence all the way around the pond on their side. I'm like, okay, well, good luck. Hope it works for you. But then Dale and I went for a walk last night, and we could kind of see where they ended the fence. They went out into the bushy area, but they just stopped. They got out past the one big bush and they got out into the woodsy part and just stopped. So imagine, here's our fence, comes out of the pond, and it comes here, it comes up into our yard, right? And it goes a little ways. And their fence is over here and went behind this bush. Okay? Our fence goes out into the pond a ways. I mean, it's all the way across the pond, but it's just covered with water. So it goes out. Their fence is around the other side of the pond, and it comes behind this bush. And so they stopped their fence like here. So they stopped their fence here. Well, what's to stop our ducks from coming from the pond? They can still get around our fence and just go out and around their fence once they're out in the woods. Nothing. Nothing at all will stop them. I'm just waiting to see how long it takes them to figure out that they can get through, that they can just get right through. It will happen, I'm sure. They should have taken that fence and come all the way over to where our fence is and, butted right up to where we have our fence. But they did not do that. So we'll see how long it takes before our ducks figure out how to get right around through the space between the two fences. I don't know, you guys. I just don't get it. Good luck to them. We've done our part. We've tried. Dale's just like, I don't even care anymore. He said, I'm just like, I've done my part. I've done the best I can. Good luck to them, right? Now, are they still feeding birds over there? Do they still have a bird feeder? Yes, they do. Do they still have 2 deer feeders over there? Yes, they do. Do I watch the rabbits get up into their newly sodded, grassy dirt area? Yes, I do. Do I watch the bunnies getting all their stuff over there? Yes, I do. People, it's not my ducks. It's not my ducks. Okay? And I believe at one point she has told Dale that her husband is allergic to anything or having some autoimmune something to anything with feathers. Okay? Stop feeding birds. Stop putting a deer feeder out in your yard. Stop attracting the animals that might have feathers. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh boy. Here's another funny thing. While I was at the retreat, my son is texting me, and I don't quite understand it. I mean, I don't understand it really at all. But he's telling me how he has been doing some game, playing some game, making characters, doing all this stuff through Chat GBT. And he wants me to hop on, and he wants me to come jump in this game, do stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know how to do it. Okay, have no clue. So he starts sending me some screenshots and pictures and stuff of like characters he's making in his game. Sorry, had to have a drink. So I was like, okay, I'm looking at his pictures. They're kind of cool. He's got a couple different games going. He's got one that's more, the dark, like fighting kind of character game. You know those. I'm like, okay. Then he sends me pictures from another one that is more like a fantasy land with, fairies and things like that are the characters that he's making for that one. Very different. The one's very dark, and the other one's very light and colorful and pretty. Well, then the next thing I know, I start getting what looked to be like comics, or in my world, we would call them graphic novels, right? And so he's creating another story. And this story contains, it contains Josh, my son, me, Dale, and my dad are in this story. So this one doesn't appear to be much of a game versus a story, a graphic novel, an adventure. And I started looking at this, and I started reading this, and I was dying laughing. It was so funny. It's like Dale is working on this old truck of my dad's, and my dad knows something that they don't, and he's got a secret. I'm in the kitchen telling everybody to stay out of my garden. It's hilarious. I shared it with a couple different tables of people, and we all just laughed and laughed and laughed. So this thing continues throughout the weekend. I keep getting more and more screenshots and stuff of this story. And then at one point, I call Dale and I find out it's not just Josh that's been creating this. No, he has gotten Dale into it. Him and Dale were on the phone, I believe, on Friday night or Saturday night, one of the two, for 2.5 hours. First of all, he had to kind of show Dale how to do all this, and he's teaching Dale how to make it all work. And then Dale's taken off, and Dale's creating the story as well. I was like, oh my goodness, it's the funniest stuff. It's like Back to the Future. Back to the Future, imagine it. Okay. It's crazy. I don't know how much more of the story there is. They kind of like backed off for a while here. They haven't created much of it. And I haven't actually seen how Dale does it, but it is hilarious. And the fact that my husband is on Chat GPT making a graphic novel with my son, it's just, I'm like, it's so funny. It is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, in the whole course of the whole thing, with them talking and whatnot, um, we want to go, and I thought we were going to Traverse City. Here's what I thought we were doing: was going to Traverse City for the 4th of July. But now we were going to have Josh come and watch our animals for us while we were gone. Things have changed. I go away for a weekend and I come back and my whole world is like, what is going on, right? Now apparently Dale has asked Shannon to watch our animals and asked Josh when the last time he went on a vacation. And Josh is like, I don't even remember last time I had a vacation or went on a vacation. So now I think Shannon's watching the animals and Josh is going to go on a vacation with us. And we're not going to Traverse City. I think we're going to St. Ignace and the island. I don't know anymore. I just like, what is going on in this? Okay, all right. I'm just here. That's all I got. I am just here. I am rolling with the punches, rolling with the flow. Okay, this is your idea. You do it. Okay, I am along for the ride. That's all I got. Oh goodness, things change so quickly. Sometimes I'm just like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we'll see how that goes. I'm like, who's going to take care of the cats? And he's like, Shannon will take care of the cats. She will come over. She'll make sure the cats are. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Last night, speaking of cats, oh my gosh, it was a really nice day yesterday until about 7, 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock for sure. And the cats, they do their thing. They're in and out, in and out. Sonny was in and then he was out. And when Sonny goes out late, Sonny stays out late. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Drives me crazy. I don't want to let him out that late at night. But somehow Dale manages to let him out. And I feel it's too late for him to be out. And then he just doesn't come in and doesn't come in and doesn't come in. Well, I'm sitting in here. Oh, Dale was with the neighbor kid. He was helping the neighbor kid do something with a car or I don't know, working on something, okay? And I'm diamond painting and watching videos, and it's getting windier and windier outside. And I'm like, all of our windows were open, so Dale had closed the ones downstairs. I get up and I start closing all the windows up here, and the wind was insane how windy it was. Our door to the garage here was open, and all of a sudden, kaboom, the thing slams shut. The house is rocking pretty much, and I'm like, whoa. And the cat is outside. I'm like, oh my gosh, where's the cat? Where is the cat? And I'm like, it is 10 o'clock. Bedtime. Bedtime is 10:30. Where are you? I kept going to the door and I'm looking and I'm like, it's getting ready to rain. It's nasty out there. Where's my cat? Where's my cat? Dale's down at the neighbors. Cat's out. I'm freaking out, you know. And then his little yellow butt just all of a sudden just appeared on the deck. And I'm like, get in here. Get in here. You're going to get wet. You're going to get blown away because you're a skinny little thing. That wind can pick you up and you'll be gone forever, you know? He was there. He came in. Oh my gosh. Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. But it was just unreal how windy it was last night. It did rain, but it didn't like thunder and lightning and storm and all that stuff. It never got crazy that way, but the wind. On my way to therapy this morning, I saw somebody's, we call them like a little run-in. They're kind of like a little shed. They're three-sided. It's for animals to come in and get some shelter. Somebody's little run-in was in the middle of a farmer's field, upside down on its side. I don't know where it had come from, but there it was out in the field. It wasn't supposed to be there, but it was. That's how windy it was. It was crazy. And that little boy, oh my goodness. Like I said, you can't let him out much past 6 o'clock. If he's out past 6 o'clock at night, he's going to be out for a long haul. And I don't want him out there. Drives me crazy. Dale, don't let him out. Don't let him out. You know, it's curfew time. You can't go out after 6. If we're having dinner, he should be in. No going out after dinner. Oh, goodness. Well, that's life around here. You can see I've been working on my down on the farm. These chicks, my little chicks here, and the mama chick, they have glittery feet. They have some ABs or rhinestones in their feet. And the chicks, they have rhinestones and ABs. I'm like, okay, we've got glittery, shiny little chicks. But, I mean, this is going so fast. This is like my 4th or 5th section because it's going long ways across. So I'm actually cruising pretty well on it. And it's around, so it's going pretty quick. And I've just been having fun with it. I've been having a good time with it. I did a live. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. I did a live on Saturday night. I thought I really couldn't do the giveaway because I was in a hotel and didn't have information, and I didn't even know if I was going to have reception very well, or I just decided I would go live, see if I could go live and just have fun, chit-chatted, wandered around, wandered through the hotel, wandered into the craft space, had people come play some tricks on me and during my live. It was actually funny. You should go back and watch the live. It was actually quite a lot of fun. So we didn't give away our prize for the end of Mother Earth. So we will do that this Saturday. We will do that. And somewhere along the way, we're going to have a giveaway for Down on the Farm. I think all we're giving away for Down on the Farm as a weekly prize is a gift card to Bees Gems Crafted from Brenda. So we'll just probably do a draw, put that in there. I don't know, maybe she'll feel like hanging out on Saturday and just chit-chatting. I don't know. We'll see. This is like just play it by ear situation, you know? We're playing it by ear. But I hope you're working on it down on the farm. I've seen several posted in the Facebook group, Diamond Moments and Crafts, and we're having fun. One last thing, and then I will let you go. This weekend is what they call it? Something air. It's Airstream weekend, anyhow. That's what I'll call it. The Airstreams come to downtown Eaton Rapids, and they just park on the main road and hang out for the weekend. So they basically are camping on the city street. And it's quite a sight to see, all of these Airstreams. Well, because I have some things in the little shop, they were talking about when the Airstreams were there last year, they were pretty new. Their shop was, pretty new, and how busy they were in the little shop with all the people from Airstream. So she's asked me if I wanted to come one of the 3 days. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they'll be there. If I wanted to come just set up a little table inside, like an extra little table, to see if I could sell anything to all of these Airstream people that are there. or even the people who are coming to see the Airstreams. They do all kinds of stuff. They hang out, they have music, they just have a good time for the weekend. And I've been thinking about it. Okay, I haven't had a chance to make a lot of new stuff. I was hoping to, but I didn't make much at the retreat at all, you guys. Not much at all. I think I did 2 sections on this painting, worked a little tiny bit on the retreat diamond painting, crocheted a little bit. That was all I did. I didn't finish a project at all. But if I go through what I have, my stash downstairs, and see if I can find some stuff, I could take my table and set up a table and try to sell some stuff. So I was thinking about what day would work, what would work, what would work. And, you know, Friday, I want to do my crochet live because I missed that last Friday. Saturday, I have my live. We've talked about going to Holland. I have to be in Eaton Rapids on Thursday because I have therapy. So I was just thinking, I told Dale today, we were at lunch, I was like, what about if I just, after therapy, I just stop, set up my small table there, throw some stuff on the table, hang out for a while. I said, I think they'll let me leave. I don't think I have to be there the whole time because it is within their store. And they'd know it was my stuff if somebody wanted to buy something. Hang out for a few hours, maybe leave, go get lunch, come back later, hang out, you know, just see how it goes. I don't know. They're open 12 to 7. I don't want to be there the whole day, but it's a long day. I don't know how they do it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I have. See what I might want to take over there. I was hoping to do things like, I have one set of car coasters. Well, that's not even true. I have a half a set of car coasters. I was thinking that to try to make things that would go camping stuff. You know what I mean? And it just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened. The time has come and gone, and I have done run out of time. And I can't crochet that long at any one point in time. You know, I can only do a little bit at a time. But I could go through my stash and see what I have that might, you know, fit the bill, might be something they'd be into. I'm thinking like my crochet bags. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll let you know if I go, what I do, how it turns out. I don't know. At this point, everything is just kind of like, yeah, whatever, give it a go. Go by the seat of my pants, you know? I don't have any rules. I don't have any, you know, nobody watching over me. I can do what I want. So there's that. We'll see if I manage to put some stuff in the store, extra things in the store. So, all right, folks, I think that's it. I'm going to let you go. 2 big long videos in a row, right? Retreat vlog and whip and chat. And look, I got almost, this is her boots. This is the girl's boots. Grass. There's a chicken. See her? You can see a chicken. I'm doing pretty good. It's going pretty fast. I'm not saying I think I'm going to definitely finish this month, but I'm going to put a hurt on it. That's what I'm going to do. Just because I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying working on it. I'm going to find my 9 before I let you go, because that's the next thing I'm doing is 9. Just another blue. I'm so lonesome for you. Every time I sing that, I think of my bunny, you know, because that was her name. And how come I can't find the 9? It's right there. Because it doesn't look blue, because it's gray. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out and listening and everything, you guys. And I hope you enjoy. And I hope you watch both of the videos. Watch the vlog. The vlog is really a lot of fun. So go check that out. You want to see what we were up to, you know? Okay. Time for me to go. And I will talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.